Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was the odd man out of the three American series. The first released, but this one was made alongside the other Sonic series just a few weeks apart. I never got why Sega wanted to do two Sonic series at the same time. I got confused at first, but they have no connection between each other with the exception of Sonic being voiced by Jaleel White. Adventures was aimed at the Looney Tunes crowd. Unlike Underground and Sonic, there's no plot-driven story. The episodes focus on being slapstick and is the most deviated from the video games. It does have a few things though. Adventure does a backstory episode for Tails and how Sonic met him. It's also one of the few times Tails' first name is said on screen, as well as giving Tails the most focus. The only other game elements brought in were an episode that featured Chaos Emeralds and using the name Team Sonic, capitalizing on Sonic 3's release during the show's run, and one episode using the Casino Zone. It's also the only series to use the video game's theme song. Unlike Sonic and Underground having a defined style, Adventure's Mobius is really abstract. The world is made of colors and lines. We don't even know how things work. It does add to the crazy nature of the show. Dr. Robotnik, I would say, is more like Dr. Wily in this one, where he creates things to do his work and he stays at the home base plotting his takeover. Speaking of backstory, Adventures also gave backstory on Dr. Robotnik by having a really bizarre episode involving his mom. Both of them come up with a plan to capture Sonic. Robotnik was not as menacing compared to what they were doing in the other series, but he was fine and came up with some weird ideas. Of the three series, Adventures had the most distinct voice of Robotnik, played by Long John Baldry.
You're my kind of rotten!
He was a singer, so there are many times where Robotnik breaks out in song, and it's not bad. Yes, he also voiced Captain Capacitor on Reboot. Robotnik, of course, made his badnik team of robots to capture Sonic: Scratch, Grounder, and Coconuts. Coconuts was Robotnik's first robot at getting rid of Sonic. He's a monkey-looking bot with a safety light on top that got demoted to janitor after he failed too many times. Coconut is the smartest of the trio. He won't fall for many ruses Sonic does to fight off Robotnik, but doesn't get used often, being replaced by the newer, better duo. Scratch is the boss, I guess you would say, of the SSSS squad. Yes, that's what they call them.
Super Special Sonic Search and Smash Squad!
He's a tall chicken robot, not as smart as Coconuts, but not stupid. Scratch will catch on to Sonic if he gets a chance to think. He's always sucking up to Robotnik and will do anything to get under his graces, including selling out the other bots. He's the only one of the three that tries to not destroy the equipment they use. Scratch can get really annoying with his line said all the damn time. It never stops. It never stops. As for the last badnik, Grounder, he was supposed to be a better clone of Scratch, but the machine copying Scratch screwed up and Grounder was born. He's the dumbest of the three, can't be trusted in getting plans right, and doesn't care if he blows everyone up, as long as he can get Sonic. I think they just keep him around because he has tech built into him, like the phone to call Robotnik, treads and drills to set up traps. He's always used for the butt of jokes, nor does anyone care about him when he's blown up to pieces. I don't find them funny all the time, but I do enjoy Adventures. Okay, I get it. How can I like Adventures over Underground? It's all random stuff and junk. Random slapstick is not a bad thing. You can make shows go in different directions and be fine as long as the characters are themselves. Robotnik has always been a failing oof in the games. Sonic is the cool dude saving Mobius. Tails is the young kid that looks up to Sonic. It's true to their characters. Scratch, Coconuts, and Grounder are all originals made for this. They're not changing anyone that's established. Where other shows have done this, Hulk Agent of Smash is a prime example, all the character personalities were changed to fit the jokes and the plots for the series. They're not themselves. Plus, Adventure came up with some fun, very random episodes, from using a girl bot to trick Sonic, aliens, superheroes, time travel, monsters from other dimensions. The show had all kinds of things with no limits. It's also the longest US running of the Sonic shows, 66 episodes in total. I need to mention that Phil Hayes and Gary Chalk did this goofy duo here while they were both doing the same thing in the reboot show as Hack and Slash. For what Adventure set out to do, it did it. That's why I rate it higher than Sonic Underground. It feels like a throwback to the 60s and 70s style cartoons. I'm not saying it's perfect. The world is very confusing. Nothing is laid out to make sense. If you think about past episodes, Sonic could have solved things quicker. The Bot Trio are one notes, with exception to the pilot episode. They don't get any more backstory. And episodes are mostly the same plot over and over, where Looney Tunes did shake episodes up, bringing in and bringing back all sorts of characters. Adventures shunned away from doing sequel episodes most of the time. I should really talk about the Sonic Says segments. These were bizarre. They were flat out PSA messages for kids, something you wouldn't expect from a Sonic show. You of course would see them in like Captain Planet. I guess it was a Bobat thing to do. They had also added PSAs at the end of King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, the second season. Most of them never had any connection to the episodes themselves, and some were odd being a PSA. Like, I understand reading, poison ivy, and sleep, but there was one about false advertising that would be more useful to adults. Another was currents and riptides. That should be for the Magic School Bus. But they did touch on more serious topics like smoking, inappropriate touching, and alcohol. It's still weird. I don't know. I know when I was young watching the PSAs, I pretty much blacked them out. From Dare to all the other crap being shown everywhere, they backfired. I didn't want to know nothing about PSAs anymore. Even though it's very different from the games, I still say that adventures can fit into the universe. Scratch and the others, if made into a game, could be boss fights. If I was ranking adventures with all the Sonic shows, it's above Underground and Boom. Thanks for checking out the review. Subscribe if you want to see more, and if you remember a movie or show that's long been forgotten, good or bad, leave it as a suggestion below. I'm always on the lookout for obscured stuff.